Hey y'all, hey. I'm Jay,
I'm C,
and
and
welcome
welcome
to
to
the
the JNC room.
JNC's room. Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to the JNC room. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with us to talk
Yay.
some shit. As you know, I am Jay.
I am C. Welcome to the JNC room
We are
and
here.
our shenanigans.
Okay?
Another day in the life.
And
So, what will our topics be today?
the first topic is dating someone who exploits their body for money, likes, follows, social media, and would you do it? Would you wouldn't do it? How you feel about it? What you think about it? You want to start this off?
No. What is your immediate your immediate reaction to this?
It depends. It depends on what they're doing. I couldn't. It does.
Exploiting their body.
But you know, there's several levels to exploiting your body. Because you know, for some people might think the stuff that I do is exploiting my body. You get what I'm saying? All you know, I throw my booty in a circle sometimes for
She got skankish ways.
for some challenges on TikTok.
Skankish ways, you know.
Where I gotta throw it around. Somebody might think that's exploiting themselves.
It is.
For like, you know, some following or some like. So that's why I say like it depends. It depends on their content. You get what I mean? There's OnlyFans. That's exploiting yourself. You know, bartending, stripping.
No. Those are not those
It's,
things.
you exploiting. I mean, depending
You're
on
still
how
giving a service initially.
yeah, but you're still kind of using your body to get tips. And then some bartenders might take it to a whole nother level. That's what I'm saying. It just depends the content on like how far you go. Strippers do it to a certain thing. The strippers do it also. Some might not.
They do
be-
it to the maximum.
Yeah, you get what I mean. So I think like it just depends on.
So the question is, would you want to date them?
It depends.
I hope y'all didn't hear that beep.
Like it really depends on like how far it is. I mean, it's just messed up because that doesn't really depict like the kind of person they are, you know. But I mean, in some cases.
So give me, because what you not right now saying is a tweener. I need a defined answer. Give me a defined answer.
I'm a tweener. I'm a tweener.
So for me, what's the question again?
It's just dating some. Would you date somebody? How do you feel about dating somebody? It's like it's just
How would you date somebody doing what?
that exploits themselves, exploits their body for money, likes, follows,
Personally,
social media.
it would be hard for me to deal with them because I'm gonna think they're a skank.
Okay.
I would think they're a trifling woman, and I'm thinking that because you made your body, in essence, material.
Okay.
So if you sell a material, it goes to the highest price you can get it for.
Do you think that for every type of, or is it just a certain
I mean,
type?
give me the lesser of the evil.
Bottle girl that social media is
Oh,
popping.
they getting smashed by promoters. That's a fact. They do that all the time. So once again, they getting smashed so they can work more jobs. And then if a guy gives them enough tip, they might just be like,
That's not all
I never said all, but I'm just saying it's a scenario.
Okay. What if it's not that scenario? What if this is a regular bottle girl? She's just trying to make a little money on the side. She's
From a person that parties a lot,
uh,
it is what it is.
what about a social media girl?
That does what?
She's
Showing her ass off and all that?
not all the way.
I mean, showing your
But
ass is showing
like-
your ass. Just because you got drawers on, you still showing your ass.
So what if she got drawers on? She got drawers
She's still
on.
showing her ass.
So you
You're not
wouldn't-
giving me nothing to think about. Which means you want people to look at you so you can sell your content. Maybe you got T-shirts or waist trainers or diet shit or I mean either way you still selling your energy. You still selling yourself.
Yeah.
So same thing.
So you wouldn't date them?
No.
I don't know. I'm a tweener. It depends. Like unless Because a guy.
I think guys is a different world. So
I was
like
about to
you
say
talking
that,
about guys, like it's different. You got to be talking about girls for you to see what I'm talking about.
Well, no, there's some guys that be on here and like even especially like on TikTok, Instagram, all over. Like they're really just selling their body. They're exposing their body. They're selling sex. You get what I'm saying? They in the camera on some live.
I mean, like I said,
You get what
it's
I
just
mean?
like I dealt with an OnlyFans chick. She didn't tell me about it. I had to find out for myself,
Okay.
which means you wasn't truthful. And I mean, when I found out, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When you seen what I seen,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Like if it's to that extreme, I wouldn't be able. Like if it was a dude on OnlyFans to that extreme, I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to date
to
him.
me, the extreme doesn't matter.
Like
To me, it's just one step. Just because you at step 1 don't mean you can't get to step 10. It just takes a little bit of seeing the money, how much money is coming in from that angle, and then you might jump on it.
the only reason I'm like it that extreme because now we live in a culture where social media can be a career. It can be it could be an income. It can actually be your only income and actually, fund your whole life. Better
For the
than-
moment, until you
better-
get older, then it taps out.
Well, it depends on how you go. It depends on, because once again, here today, gone tomorrow. But it depends on how, you stay with the content. If you stay evolving and you stay, continuous with
I
it
mean,
or
if
whatever
you
the
get
case
a lump sum,
is.
if you're doing your thing and you start using that money, you get off to be a real entrepreneur. That's something different.
Yeah.
But
You
once
know what I
again,
mean?
once you start putting a cost on yourself,
Mm-hmm.
skies are missing.
But I remember you saying.
All it takes is a millionaire to come through and be like, "It was good. Let me take you to a different place.
I remember you saying.
Let me
this
take you
was-
to a different place and fuck
And
your
this
face."
was just a regular conversation that we was having, and you made a point, and you kind of was just like, we all kind of sell our souls to some point.
Yeah, we selling our time to
You know.
workplaces where we.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference though, because you're selling a look and I'm selling my time. My time is to work for your company, etc. I might get a promotion. I can move up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
I could even be a CEO.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying at the end of the day is when you start selling your vanity, you can't come back from that. It's biblical.
You can't. We mean you can't come back.
All right.
No, I mean, and I'm not testing you. I'm to elaborate on it. How can't you come back from that?
All it takes is the right number. You're gonna do it.
Oh, like since you're doing it already for that, then
All it takes is the right number. You're doing it. Period. So, like, if they about that life, then be about that life, and there's gonna be a God for you for that.
yeah,
Just not for me.
yeah, yeah. I think it's just I don't know. I think that's yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely get that. I don't know if I would agree with the point of like, but then again, who knows? They have a number. You do have examples of like people who get into this social media field, or they get into the OnlyFans field, or they get into that whole stripper life, or they get into that bar life, the nightlife.
It's just like a
And-
dude, right? He's running on bad times, and he has an abnormally large, right? And he start messing with the shorty, and shorty's like, "Yo, I'm thinking about doing the OnlyFans. We should do it together."
Yeah.
And then he start doing it. He see the money, and then he starts a Twitter showing his work, and then other content creators start hitting him up,
Yeah.
and now before you know it, he's a full out porn star.
Yeah.
And it just starts small. It can start out just by you working out,
Basically.
and then you got Granny. That's she like, man, come through. I got 500 for you. Just want to see.
Yo, the
Let me
other
see if you
day,
can do 500 sit-ups in this thing.
yesterday I saw some young boy post him like he pressed up on a 70-year-old. Like, yo, I told her she had to pay. She told me she wants some young dick. I told her she had to pay $200 for this young dick. So the old woman is by. She's by an ATM. So he's like recording like, I'm about to bust this pussy open. And he's just like, how old are you, ma? And she was like 79.
Exactly.
This boy looked like he was 20, like 21. He looked like a baby.
And all I'm saying is, all it take is he like, man, I'm about to get some J's off this old lady.
He was,
And-
because he was like, because he was just like, he laughing. he's just, he's talking shit or whatever. Like, I'm about to make this quiver. And she's saying her stuff back. She's an old lady too. And so he records her like going back to his place. And he's like, yeah, I'm about to bust her cheeks, Then he like records them afterwards. And he's just like, yeah, I did that, right? And she was just like, boy, yeah, you did. And he was like, you gonna come back for more, ain't you? And she was just like, yeah, I'm gonna come back. And I'm like, what? But so now I'm thinking like, so if I was to see that, like if I was a young person, right, and he's just like, oh, trying to holler at me or whatever, I'd be like, no, like that's what I mean about like the content.
At the end of the day,
he was slanging some young pain.
That is what you want to look at it as. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, when you doing that type of stuff, you gotta live that. That's your life.
Yeah.
Like
that's true.
I saw a girl put on Twitter, no, Snapchat, that all he gotta say is, I got whatever you need. And she's like, I'm sucking his dick all day.
Dang.
And I'm just like, damn.
What about his values?
Your values, this your value.
Guys.
Like, and how do you want someone that understand the concept of what I'm saying to take you serious? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. It costs more to keep her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So why would I keep you? Why would I fuck with you like that? Like, nah.
What do you guys think about that? If you think if you could date somebody that isn't OnlyFans or exposes themselves, put a comment about them. If you haven't done so yet, click on that bell so you know when we post. Definitely comment, share this. Invite somebody to come and talk about this. Subscribe. But I just like, if I couldn't. That's so crazy. But that's kind of the culture we live in now. Like, it's messed up.
It's not the culture. It's been like that from day one.
But meaning it's
been like that from the beginning of time.
I mean like the openness of people being able to date people that are in this kind of field. I told you, I had seen like this YouTuber or whatever the case is, not YouTuber, this podcaster. He's also like, he has a big influence or whatever the case is. And the conversation was like, could you date, would you be okay with your girl being in OnlyFans? And his response is like, yeah, like we're going to make this money together. Like I will hype her up. Like, go ahead. And he's talking about shorty like busting it open.
What's the dude, from No Jumper? He got it. Him and his wife is married, and his wife did a scene with a BBC. And now he took so much flack off of it.
Oh, wait, this was recent, right?
Yes. And this is what I mean by, at first,
he was hyping her up, no?
At first, they were doing it together, and they used to bring women. And then she was just like, yo, I really want a BBC. And she set it up. And after that, he tried to play him and say, yo, blah, blah, blah about him. And in the back of my head, I'm
the
just
BBC
like, why
dude?
you...
The BBC dude tried to play him?
No Jumper. The dude that he has his own podcast and YouTube channel called No Jumper 22, I think. And his wife is a porn star. First mistake. And
that's another. We didn't even talk about porn stars.
At first, they was all good because they used to do videos together. She used to make a lot of money from OnlyFans, etc. She's a well-renowned porn star. So then she did a scene with a BBC. And at first, from what I heard when I first heard about it in the vision, before this happened, he never wanted her to do no scenes with other guys. It was just supposed to be them and other women. And now she got other guys into it because at the end of the day, she's a porn star.
Yeah.
She makes money off this content. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you doing is you mixing pleasure with business.
Yeah.
So, like, what you thought she was going to just deal with you?
So, because I saw it, but I didn't look into it. So, the BBC was her idea or his idea? Okay. And this
was not his idea.
And this was just for content because she actually...
It's a scene.
So it was for content.
For money.
Okay.
Was it pleasure? It was all money.
So it wasn't like she just wanted to try BBC before she just wanted to...
She did it all before they met. She did all this before they met. She's a porn star.
Yeah, but the way that they
This ain't the first time she done it.
The way they had posted it up, or the way they was like having it on social media was like that was her first BBC.
First BBC since they've been married.
Oh. So
once again, it's the first penis she had also since she's been married.
And they was like, and the way it was
after
like,
him.
because the caption was like, oh, husband.
Be honest with you, all that shit don't matter. The period I'm trying to say is, fuck all that. The period. This is the point I'm trying to say, right? You met a woman that like a lot of sugar. You don't get mad if she get in the candy store and get hypnotized by some candy. That's just what it is.
I know it don't matter, but I'm curious. One last question. After all this happened and they was like, bash him or whatever the case was, did he come out and say like anything of regret, or did he make any type of comment afterwards? I want to look.
He just tried to play homeboy. He just tried to disenfranchise homeboy. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm better off dude than him. At the end of the day, he smashed your joint for money, and he did it probably better than you ever could. And at the end of the day, you gotta live with that. Like I said, men. This is the thing about men. Men think, if I claim it, then it's mine only. Mm-hmm. But then they don't think it's the same thing for the woman. It's like theirs is meant to be spread all over the place, and women's supposed to just be to them. Mm-hmm. I don't care about that. It's different cultures, it's different societies, and all of that. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, you met her that way. That's the same way you found her. That's the same way she gonna leave you too. Mm-hmm. And ain't nothing gonna change about it. So like for me, if I met a girl and she's doing OnlyFans and she's getting a dick slapped on her face, it is what it is. You gotta live with that now. Because that's yours. That's your boo getting another man's dick slapped upside her face. And I'm sorry, I ain't with that jazz.
I will say, like, for those who, I'm not gonna say
look, listen, the bartender, all it take is that dude that be like, he give her $1,000 tip. She done made what she probably would have made from 4 parties. You know what I'm saying? Why would she not see the opportunity getting some more money off this dude?
I'll say,
but I'm not trying to say that she's bad or wrong for that. At the end of the day, that's how you met her. Mm-hmm. The same way you probably bagged her in the club is another dude doing the same thing. You might have gave her a $300 tip that night.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're dealing with a woman like that or a man like that, good luck. And if she tell you, yo, I just was chasing the money and you know how this is, and if that's her, remember, your body is your temple. If everybody can get in your temple, that's just a public place. Mm-hmm. It's not a sanctuary. It's not something special for more than one person. Yeah. If she a stripper, I mean, listen, I love strippers. Don't get it twisted. I love strippers. But it is what it is.
Also, but on another tip for those who are in the field of this kind of work, I feel like the best thing to do is just to realize that there will be somebody that will deal with you. Because, I mean, Shorty got she got the husband or whatever the case is that some of us don't even have. And, he's there. They'll deal with it or whatever the case is. I also feel, like me, once again, like somebody might look at my page. And he said this to me before. Like somebody might look at my page and even though I don't have every post, like shaking my ass, I don't have but there's ass shaking, there's dancing. And I'm a voluptuous, heavy.
It don't even matter if you're skinny, so
therefore, it's on there. So somebody might look at my shit and think the same thing. So I could say from that point of view, like there are people who are in this field, and even though they are doing certain things, I could only speak for myself, but I believe that there's a certain amount of people that are like me as well, that I'm not gonna go naked for a certain price. I'm not gonna go naked for a certain but then again, it all depends on who's looking at it. Everybody has a different perspective on top of that. So somebody might look at my shit and be like, oh, your ass is out here. Mind you, I might be fully covered. So that's what I mean about like the level of it and the level and the extreme of your content.
I'm gonna be real with you.
So, but
everybody got a price.
But at the same time, I mean, I don't think everybody has a price.
Everybody got a price.
Because I think there's a small minority.
Everybody got a price.
For what? There's a price, but there's for what, though? Like
the nanny.
Yeah, but
the cougar, the cat.
Some don't.
The meow.
Some
The per.
don't. I think it's a
That's
price
that
and a
that
circumstance.
That snatch.
I mean, I think a price and a circumstance, but I don't think that like.
End of the day, it don't matter them circumstances. He's still doing it to the price.
Yeah, but if everybody has a price, then it doesn't matter if they're part of the OnlyFans or this or whatever the case is,
I'm
or
saying
even the social
everybody
media.
in that field.
Everybody has a price. If you think about it, everyone has a price. I can ask a question. I just asked you a question the other day about something, and you was like, "Well, I'm gonna do it." It was.
What was the question?
It was if your boss came up to you and asked you to do something monthly, and what they were giving you
monthly to do what? Like what's
three?
the
I'm not gonna go into it. It was like 3 million or
you
3
asking
billion.
me the question.
I asked you this question, but it ain't got to be all up in here of the specifics. What I'm saying is,
how can I answer it?
It was 3 billion, and you was like, "Well, I'm gonna do it," and it wasn't nothing sexual, but it was just like everybody has a price.
I'm talking about sexual.
Yeah, but that's everybody. But these people who are in this thing, like I don't have a price sexually, even though I'm out here. I don't have a price sexually. You get what I mean? And it's I don't. I mean, you can roll your eyes all you want.
I ain't roll my eyes.
Yeah, y'all seen them.
I ain't roll my eyes. I
But
just looked at you funny.
Either way, you get what I'm saying? And even
So you trying? Wait. So let me ask this question.
Good.
Somebody show you $300 in cash, 300,000 in cash in front of you.
Yeah.
Life changing money.
Would I have sex? No.
Okay.
No. Cause it's I mean, personally for me, like when you're able to give it up for a certain price, it's a certain like soul selling that you feel.
I mean, you sure? No comment.
You can give no comment.
I am. I plead the fifth.
But there's a certain like soul selling that's like a yeah, nah.
Yo, what I learned a long time ago, sexuality is sexuality. You catch somebody at the right moment, the right time, they winning to commit the crime. You did.
But I think if we're gonna say that's everybody,
no.
That's not only these people that are doing this. I mean, porn stars, of course, they already are doing that. You get what I mean?
Talking about that everyday.
If we're talking about OnlyFans, also, if they're already doing the sex,
of course they would do it.
They're already gonna do it.
Of course.
But I'm talking on some like ones that do a lower level of like their content, where they're they're on the regular.
They don't even got to be in the
spectrum
spectrum
or
of
whatever
doing
the
this.
case is. But I mean.
There's women out there. If somebody came up with 300K,
they gonna say I'm gonna do
300K in cash that they never seen in their life.
Yeah,
never seen in their life. They put the pouch right in front of them. Boom.
They're gonna do it.
Yep, I know.
I mean, if you do it, then you do it. Like,
ain't nothing wrong. Listen, this is all. This is not gonna happen 95% of the time. I'm just saying. If a woman offered me 300K, the bust ass, shit. Depending on my age, I might do it. If I was 19, 18, I would do it. At this point, I wouldn't do it because I feel like I could achieve that on my own. But if it's something unachievable, like this motherfucker said 3 billion,
and this is
in that motherfucker.
You see, and I get that, but then it's always that. You know what I always
3 billion.
The devil always.
Yeah.
The devil's always the devil.
The devil.
Always
Yo,
put
everything
some
we
shit
do
in
every
front of
day,
you.
the devil's looking at us
But
stupid.
listen to my thing is on some like in my mind it's just like yo.
You know what's crazy?
I'm a if I do this, what is the original beginning of it? Hold on, let me finish. The original thing of it looks so great, but it's like, but what is that consequence that comes afterwards? Like the only thing I'm thinking is it's like we don't know the circumstances.
Do you think sins are bigger than other sins?
Huh? No, I'm not talking about sins. When
you just said the devil. So
yeah, when I'm saying when I say the devil, I'm not talking in the sense of sins. I'm talking about the devil always puts something in your place. And he'll see
for you to sin.
No, that's not how I'm trying to say it. The devil will put something in your face that looks so pretty and is wrapped up so nicely, and then like you unwrap it and you think it's just gold, and in reality, that shit is tinsel, and you dealing with the fucking consequence of it. So it's not the sin part; it's the backlash. It's kind of like this person comes to you and it's just like, oh, it's $300,000. You let me have a piece of that ass? And then I say yes, and this man wants to hump me raw, and in reality, this motherfucker has like 10 motherfucking STDs that I can't get rid of, and now I'm fucked for life for $300,000. That's like where my mind goes on something like, oh, $3 billion to fuck this man or to give you a cootie up, and in reality, the circumstances is you having sex with this man raw, or you have to go into the woods and he has to chase you and he has to like cut your body up. And you got $3 billion, but then you traumatized for life. This shit sounds too fucking good. Like that's so that's why it's just like nah. It's like
So can I say something?
Yeah.
How many people we fucked in our past raw that wasn't worth shit from the jump? And it could have been all those same situations. Mm-hmm. What she's saying is hyperbole.
So basically,
I'm not saying what you're saying.
To do it.
I'm not saying what you're saying don't make sense. I'm saying that this could have happened with someone that wasn't giving you shit in the first place. I'm saying. Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm saying that. I'm not saying go and do this, but what she's doing is talking about 100 different scenarios that could have already happened with someone.
I mean, but this is my personal.
Yeah.
This is my perspective.
I know that.
If somebody want to give their cootie up and dick up for $300,000, by all means, go ahead and do you. Congratulations to your lump sum. Me personally, I'm just saying like what goes through my mind. Like I can't.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
And I'm not saying for anyone to think how I'm thinking.
We did this to broke, indifferent, that wasn't doing nothing for us.
No one gave me 10 STDs broke.
Huh?
Nobody gave me 10 STDs broke. Huh? Nobody chased me in the woods. It's like a different level of craziness.
But you don't know what's going to happen. Everything you're saying is once again, you don't know.
I don't. I mean, they might give you $300,000 and it really is just to have sex with you, and it might be protected, and then you have $300,000.
Or you might just y'all both get tested before y'all do what y'all do.
Basically. All of that.
So what I'm trying to say is, I thought she was talking about sin. Because to me, we sin every day any damn way. So that can't be it, because there's no sin bigger than another sin.
No, I wasn't thinking about sin. I
know, you said it right. I'm just saying, like, in my head, that's what I thought she was talking about. The devil puts something out for you to sin. They don't put it out for you to see if you could just lower your standards. No. They put it for you to sin.
I'm not even thinking I'm thinking of the backlash. Because the devil will always put some, and let me say, I know for some of you guys who don't believe in the devil or think the devil, whatever the case, let me just say, I'm going to just say the universe also sometimes just put something in your place to see like how strong or how weak or how this or how that or how, mindset or whatever the case is. It's just sometimes things be sounding too good to be true and to be like, But either way, back to...
All I'm saying is, that's on y'all what y'all want to do. Me personally, I wouldn't deal with a person like that because they selling something. And if you selling something, if you selling you only gonna go out. That only gonna go so far in your life.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna hit that mountain, and you're gonna hit that. And we know a couple people hitting that right now, and it ain't no fucking joke. So. Listen, she keep pointing to this shit, and it's like 5 cameras right now. What the fuck?
Look right here.
You got a camera right here.
They behind the scenes. TikTok, I love y'all, but y'all behind the scenes. We gotta record this video. So look right here.
This is why this is a distraction,
No, this is just for them to see it. They see it as, but we here for the people.
She's making my life difficult. All I'm saying is, end of the day, it's a choice. If you're dealing with a woman that make that choice or a guy that makes those choices, then you got to deal with that outcome later on.
I believe that. And
to me, when you're dealing with someone that does this, they're choppy 95% of the time.
If you do choose to deal with somebody like that, I think there should be...
I'm going to say 65. 65% of the time, they're choppy.
You said they're choppy?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say they're choppy 65% of it. I mean, then again... In the sense of, I'll say choppy, not in the sense of an actual choppy who is trying to get people for their money, like a man trying to date a man only for their money, I'll say the hustle mentality of a choppy. I'll say that part. I understand that because I mean, if we, because there's a lot of people who have that hustle mentality of a choppy, but just not in their dating
What's the
life.
hustle mentality of a choppy and not being
So
a choppy?
a choppy.
I know what a choppy is. So tell me what that is. Tell me what the other one is.
You're gonna use your whatever you have to make money. What you have, you
and
work
they wouldn't
with.
do that with someone they dating?
No, what I'm saying is I don't think so. I think people who do this, I'm not gonna say that they in their dating life that's how they are. I don't know. I know only a few people who do this, and I know. No, I only I know a few people that have done this. Their dating life it's 50-50 if they're a choppy. But I'm not gonna say that because just because they're doing this that they're most likely a choppy. They might actually just be a nice person who they're just doing this to make some money. There's people who are on OnlyFans that really are on OnlyFans and just cooking and are not doing any sexual stuff.
But that they're not selling their body.
But
they're not exhibiting their body. They're just cooking.
I mean,
I'm not talking about those people.
But that's what I'm saying. When I say exposes themselves, their body, they could be cooking.
I'm strictly talking about their body.
What if they're cooking in their bikini? So they're cooking in their bikini, but they're just cooking.
They're so exorbitant.
So that's what
Why they gotta cook in a bikini?
But that's what I'm saying. So they're just cooking.
What is driving people to watch
There's
them?
some people who do cosplay.
Can I ask you a question? What is driving them to watch? What is driving people
They're
to watch?
exposing their body. My point is, they're just doing that. There's also people who are OnlyFans who do cosplay and are very sexy cosplay figures, or it could be a cosplay that people are into, like people are into furries. So there's someone in a furry costume or whatever the case is. So I'm not gonna necessarily say
Disagree.
That they would be, they have that choppy mentality in their like dating life. But I do believe that if you are gonna actually date somebody in that kind of lifestyle, if you was to date anybody in any type of different lifestyle, you would have to have open communication and talking about certain stuff. Like even this jumper guy with the BBC that did his girl or whatever the case is. I'm hoping that they had great aftercare because you couldn't do that kind of stuff if your aftercare is not on point and if your communication is not on point.
What is aftercare?
So aftercare is kind of like aftercare is when you discuss like what just happened. So if I was to use it in a heterosexual relationship,
is that called aftercare? Why is it called aftercare?
Because it's care after.
It's not a
the sex.
Conversation?
It's literally called the aftercare.
Wow.
So like, so say in a heterosexual relationship, right? If you just had sex or whatever the case is, the cuddling and talking about what she liked or what she didn't like or what you liked and what you didn't like, what part of the sex was, and it's communication, but it's like the term is called aftercare. It's just like if you were in a swingers lifestyle, right? And you guys went to a swingers party, like as a couple.
These new definitions.
And you had and you guys had a whole session with another couple.
Took the term aftercare from when you get out of the hospital. They give you a synopsis of what happened. Like say if you got into an accident and you was unconscious. That's the term aftercare.
Well, medically that would be for that, but when we're talking about like relationship wise,
I've never heard of that using. I mean, I'm not saying it's not there, but
it's an actual term. You can look it up, guys. But even in the swingers lifestyle, if like a couple had a whole session with another couple, or if it was
so it's like a summary.
It's like a summary, and it's like, what did you like? What was you okay with? What was you comfortable with? What wasn't you comfortable with? It's like a whole nother level of communication that is missing in a lot of like relationships, a lot of couple relationships, but adds to the relationship because it's kind of like you guys are. It's like another type of bonding. It's kind of you guys talking about something. Some people aren't always as communicative in their relationship before sex. Or like, before they even get that deep into it or whatever. So that's usually good for like couples who are like that. So if you're into dating somebody with, a lifestyle or whatever, any type of lifestyle, that's really important. So guys, tell us what you think about this. Can you date somebody who is a part of OnlyFans or exposing,
Give us your aftercare.
Do you guys do aftercare? I love aftercare. But do you guys are into aftercare? Can you date somebody that exploits their body for likes, for money, for follows, shaking their ass all over the place? If they humping somebody, getting a little cocky, slapped on their face.
She seems very experienced at that.
Slob-a-dab. What you guys think about it? But thank you guys for joining us. Once again, comment, like,
subscribe,
share, subscribe.
put it on notifications.
Click on that notification
Let us know
bell.
how you feel about. If you got any more topics, interesting topics,
Yeah,
we would
talk to us.
gladly
Ask us some
partake in talking about
questions. Send us stuff to talk about. You know what I was thinking we should, and then we're gonna wrap it up because we be taking forever. Like questions on Reddit, and like they be a whole bunch of scenarios. I really feel like we should do that with our peoples. Yeah, I probably would really enjoy it. Tell us if you want us to like take some questions off of or scenarios off of Reddit and talk about them.
From where?
It's like Reddit is like a website. And
I know what Reddit is.
So like there's people that really like put up their whole situations and like whole like drama asking people for advice.
So if y'all want us to do Reddit and give our opinions on them, because I think we did that one time on a YouTube.
Yeah.
On a YouTube.
The girl, the one that with that
the white lady.
Yeah,
she
that
left her
cheated.
husband.
Yeah. So that
She's a stupid broad. I'm gonna say this. I love y'all women, but 75 of y'all are idiots. And
men are worse.
why? But when I'm not talking about men, 75% of men are idiots. But the greatest part about it is 1 to 8. So y'all gotta deal with an idiot.
No, for real. You dead ass.
I don't have to deal with an idiot.
You don't. But the crazy part is
I've dealt with idiots.
You do anyway because
I've dealt with idiots.
All right,
Big
y'all.
idiots.
All right, y'all.
You know, give a shot aftercare. Dumbass word. I never heard of that.
Oh my God, it's a word.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Tiki-tot.